beautiful in their own way? That's the question someone asked me, and my answer no. In fact, I would say the exact opposite. Everyone is ugly in their own way. But before you jump to conclusions, hear me out. People love saying everyone is beautiful, but they don't even know what beauty means. They mix up beauty with attraction. They confuse surface level appeal with something that actually holds weight. And that's the problem. People are out here blindly using words, distorting meanings, and avoiding the truth. So today, let's break it down. Let's talk about what beauty really is, why most people aren't actually beautiful, and why that's not something we should just accept. Welcome to Unscripted with Anu. No script, just thoughts, no answer, just more questions. This idea that everyone is beautiful in their own way is nothing but a comforting lie, a blanket statement people use to make themselves and others feel better. But here's the truth: beauty isn't something you just have, it's something you earn. Yes, you heard it right. Beauty has to be earned. The problem with this phrase isn't just that it's incorrect, it's that it stops people from questioning themselves. It stops them from growing. It tricks them into thinking they are already enough, that they don't need to evolve, that just existing makes them beautiful. And that's just not true. Because if everyone is beautiful, then the word loses all meaning. If beauty is universal, then why do we even use the word at all? Now, let's talk about the other side of this. Why do I say everyone is ugly? Because every person carries their own biases, their own conditioning, their own set of beliefs that they never bother to challenge. Most people live their entire lives on autopilot, shaped by their upbringing, society, environment, without ever stopping to think, why do I believe this? And you know what? Most people don't use psychology or philosophy to understand themselves. They use it as a weapon to justify their actions, to excuse their flaws, to manipulate others. They collect knowledge, but they never apply it to change. That's ugly. Ugly isn't about your face, ugly is about being mentally, emotionally, intellectually stagnant. It's about believing you already know everything when in reality you have never even questioned yourself. And that's the reality for most people. Now, if we look at the statement from an ideal perspective, we if we want to believe that there's some truth to everyone is beautiful in their own way, then the only way it makes sense is this: everyone has the potential to be beautiful. Beauty isn't about being born with certain features, a certain voice, or a certain background. It isn't about how people perceive you at first glance. Beauty comes from intellect. And no, not intelligence. Intelligence is just raw processing power. Intellect is the ability to question, to deconstruct your own beliefs, to break down your own conditioning. Everyone has the potential to do that, but potential means nothing unless you act on it. Everyone has the same potential to be beautiful. We understand that. But what does it mean to be beautiful in their own way? It's because while the potential is the same, the path to realizing it is different for everyone. Each person has unique circumstances, different situations, different resources, and different levels of intellect or ways of processing the world. Yet, despite these differences, what unites them is the truth. They come to understand that they do have potential, that they can improve from any level, and that growth is always possible. The way they embrace their potential will be different, but the truth that makes them beautiful is the same. It's the realization that they are never fixed, never stuck, and always capable of becoming more. True beauty comes from a person actively working on themselves, not just reading books or consuming knowledge, but actually dismantling their old selves unlearning their biases and constructing a new refined version of who they are. But let's be honest, how many people do that? Very few, and that's why true beauty is rare. A huge part of why people misuse the word beauty is because they confuse it with attraction, right? Attraction is instant, it's a surface level response. Your hormones react, your brains lights up, and suddenly you are drawn to someone. It's primal, automatic, and requires no depth. But beauty stops you in your tracks. Beauty isn't just what pulls you in, it's what makes you stay. And the thing about beauty is that it can be boring at first because beauty requires time. It requires patience. It requires intellect to even recognize it. And you know what? Attraction gives you butterflies, but beauty calms you, I think so. That's the best way I can explain that attraction gives you butterflies, right? But beauty, oh my goodness, it just calms you, it relaxes you. You can see the truth from it. You feel fulfilled, right? And the thing is that when you are talking about beauty, right, you don't see yourself. But when it comes to attraction, you just say things like, oh, I'm so happy. Why? Because that person is beautiful, or this thing is so beautiful. I got this, I got that. It's just you and you. But in beauty, you just melts in that thing because you can just see, you can just feel, oh my goodness, the thing I'm talking about is so big, so pure, so fulfilling that I can melt myself. And that was just so deep. So let's get back to the topic, right? So that's why someone can be attractive but not beautiful. Someone can be beautiful but not attractive. Someone can be both and someone can be neither. And all of that is fine. But the issue is that people think being attractive is the same as being beautiful. And that's why they throw the word beauty around carelessly without even knowing what it truly means. But let me say this clearly, stop misusing words. If someone is attractive, say they are attractive. If they have a great sense of style, confidence, or charisma, say that. But don't confuse it with beauty because words matter. At the end of the day, this isn't about labeling people. This isn't about dividing the world into the beautiful and the ugly. This is about understanding that beauty isn't some default setting. It isn't something you are automatically given just because you exist. Beauty is something that must be earned, and right now, most people haven't earned it. So, yes, everyone is ugly in their own way. The real question is, are you going to stay that way? As we get it, most people are ugly, but no one has to be. The choice is yours. This was Unscripted with Anu. No script, just thoughts, no answer, just more questions. She's the one that they call, oh, what's her name? She's the same.